Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today, we're diving into one of the most dramatic and world-changing events in history, the Spanish conquest of the mighty Aztec Empire. It's a story of empires, betrayal, courage, and devastation. So let's jump into the 1500s and explore how a small group of Spaniards brought down one of the most powerful civilizations of its time. The year is 1519. In Europe, Spain is rising as a global superpower, driven by its hunger for exploration and conquest. Meanwhile, on the other side of the world, the Aztec Empire, led by Emperor Montezuma II, rules over a vast and complex society in present-day Mexico. The Aztecs were fierce warriors, incredible builders, and deeply religious people who believed in prophecies and omens. But little did they know, their entire world was about to change forever when a Spanish conquistador named Hernán Cortés arrived on their shores. Cortés wasn't just any explorer. He was ambitious, cunning, and determined to make a name for himself. Cortés arrived in Mexico with about 500 soldiers, a few horses, and some cannons. Compared to the Aztec armies, they were ridiculously outnumbered. But Cortés had an advantage. He quickly made alliances with the indigenous peoples who hated the Aztecs for their brutal dominance and tribute system. One of the most important figures in this story is a woman named La Malinche. She was given to Cortés as a slave, but became his interpreter, advisor, and key to negotiating with local tribes. Some see her as a traitor, while others view her as a survivor who shaped the course of history. Either way, without her, the conquest might not have unfolded the way it did. With a growing army of native allies, Cortés marched toward the heart of the Aztec Empire, the magnificent city of Tenochtitlan, one of the largest and most impressive cities in the world at the time. Imagine towering temples, bustling markets, and canals weaving through the city. It was a true marvel. Montezuma, the Aztec emperor, welcomed Cortés into the city, possibly because of an Aztec prophecy about a god returning from the east. But this meeting of two worlds quickly took a dark turn. Once inside Tenochtitlan, things began to fall apart. Cortés took Montezuma hostage, and eventually violence erupted between the Spaniards and the Aztecs. After months of fierce battles, disease, particularly smallpox, which the Europeans brought with them, devastated the Aztec population. This was a weapon far deadlier than any sword. In 1521, the Aztec Empire fell. Tenochtitlan was in ruins, and the Spanish claimed victory. It was the beginning of the end for native civilizations in Mexico, as Spain began its colonization of the Americas. So, what was the impact of the Spanish conquest? Well, it completely reshaped the Americas. Spanish rule would last for centuries, and the cultural blending, though often forced, left a lasting legacy in language, religion, and architecture. But it also came at an enormous cost. Millions of indigenous people died from war, disease, and exploitation. The Aztec civilization, with all its glory and complexity, was wiped off the map. Thanks for joining me on this journey through one of history's most dramatic events. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up, subscribe for more historical deep dives, and drop a comment below. What event from history should we explore next? Until next time, keep exploring the past to understand the present.